Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is Dee, and today's tarot card of the day is the Queen of Vessels and the Salmon. And when this card popped up today, I was like, okay, so this is the Queen, who is like the mother of all emotions, whether it's looking at them, coming out or holding them in, right? Very, very can contain those emotions, but can also be very, joyous or sad or however you look at it. And this week has been a lot of vessels out there. We got the Knight of Vessels, the Two of Vessels, 2 or 3 days ago. But this is and with the Knight of Vessels, this is a second court card. So you've had some time this week to look at some things that are coming through. Right, you're negotiating some things, you're fighting some things off. You had the Two of Vessels that came out with the traction, and this is right after you came out of the World Tree. So, there's some emotional activities going on here, and that Queen recognized that. And this Queen, this Salmon, she's deeply caring. She's generous, she's honest. She's trying to get up to that stream so she can get back to her, laying her eggs and, just doing what, she's used to doing. But at the same time, she's got to watch out for that Queen of Stones, that bear, right? It's not that that's her enemy, but, the Queen of Stones is all about, running the castle of wealth and running the castle of materialism. And, when that bear is looking for that salmon, that bear is only thinking about one thing, and that's to eat. And this salmon's only thinking about one thing, and that's to, get up that stream and drop off the seed and, finish that life cycle. But, the salmon likes to bring joy in life. Likes to come out, and the Queen likes to make sure when she's walking around the castle, when she's talking to the other women within the castle, that hey, this is a joyous time, and it is a joyous time with with the holidays and everything like that. So the other thing about the vessels is it's about psychic activity and psychic abilities, and this Queen is very much in tune with her psychic abilities. The salmon is all about self-sacrifice. So this Queen will pretty much put her emotions on the line, all right, and, sacrifice what she has, to help you out within your journey. If this is a person that is within your life, or maybe somebody that comes up to play tomorrow or the next couple of days, it's going to be somebody who's tender-hearted. They're kind, they're intuitive. They're picking up on your mood as you're moving forward. They're empathetic to your needs. And, sometimes those people are kind of like your best confidants, that you can talk to somebody about things. And that would be an aspect of, somebody who's got that Queen of Vessels or that salmon mentality, that characteristic that you may come across. This may not be you. This may be somebody you come across. But, when I talk about the court cards, I look at the persons, I look at the aspects, and I look at the events. And, that would be a type of person that would come across for you. As an aspect, it could be, something that's going to be emotionally mature, being impressionable. It could be an aspect of, a piece of art or some music, or just, with the holiday season, you see something that's going to be something that's very, that's going to move you. Right? And, just makes you look at things a little bit different. And, maybe it checks your emotions as you're thinking about it. As an event, it's going to be something that's very comfortable. This could be, an event such as dreams or visions, and that falls back onto that psychic ability that this Queen has. And, another thing about the court cards is it's also asking you, what's enchanting you? What is enchanting you as you start your week off? It's a holiday week coming up. What are you looking forward to? What is it that is really going to be the emotional driver, so to speak, of getting you through this week? Whether you're working 4 days or 5 days, but the holidays coming up. You've got a couple days, on the weekend and after the weekend that are coming up. That what's enchanting you? Just the Christmas spirit. The holiday spirit, is that enchanting you? What do you need to, devote yourself to? Could it be that, hey, I got to get that shopping done? And, with it being emotions, it could be a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety moving forward. You know what? Don't worry about it. Put that stuff off to the side because, yesterday's card, we were talking about balance. Okay? And, if everything's in balance, you don't have to worry about getting stressed out, with this Queen of Vessels. You've achieved that balance yesterday. And let's talk about that card a little bit from yesterday. You've got that. It's a life lessons card, Major Arcana. It's teaching you that, it's letting you know that you got to have balance within your life, whether it's work-life balance. And, with the holidays coming up, it's just a balance of the holidays. How do I get through this? How do I get things done? And, in needing to get things done. And you can only control what you can control, right? The Green Man was before that a couple days ago, and he was talking about this is kind of like the Emperor card, and he's looking for that king. He's looking for somebody to take that mantle up and be the leader, right? He's giving you that creativity. He's giving you the authority, to pretty much walk your own path. This is kind of like the second or third card that, the Fool comes across. And, when he comes across the Green Man is just looking at him going, you know what? Your path is laid out in front of you. You have the choices and the options to do whatever you want. But moving forward, you got to have that balance. And with that balance, you got to be emotionally mature as you're moving forward this week. So that's the Green Man 4 days ago was Two of Vessels and attraction. Now this, I say it's more about relationship attraction, but it could be friendship. It could be companionship. It could be, anything that you're attracted to, maybe it's a manifestation, right? Before that, it was a Knight of Vessels. Being that fighter and that tactician with your emotions, being able to slide through some of those emotional gateways that are in front of you and understanding that, hey, there's something going on here, but I've got to navigate this very, very carefully. I've got to navigate those emotions very, very carefully. And before that, 6 days ago, it was the end of the journey, the World Tree. You've walked through that maze and you've wondered yourself, with what's going on. And, you've got all this knowledge. And once you walk through the door, and you can see that door right there, all right, and the World Tree is all-knowing. It's got all the knowledge. And it's saying, okay, this is the end of your journey. It's time to move forward. And we'll move this fast forward as well. And before that, the end of the week was Six of Stones, exploitation. What was it last week when you look back and reflect that you felt exploited about? Did somebody take advantage of you in a relationship? Did somebody take advantage of you at work? Or, maybe it's a service that you had going on, right? And maybe they did more than what they were supposed to, and they billed you, right? And you weren't expecting that bill. That's the type of exploitation, the Six of Stones is, it's just not you exploiting the resources, but it's others around you, all right, that may exploit you to use your resources to help them out during this Christmas time, right? Or this holiday, and so that was a week ago. So here you felt exploited and you walked through that tree and you just said, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. That's the end of the journey. It's time to move forward. And you're still thinking about it a couple days later and you're saying, how am I going to do this different? How am I going to tactfully negotiate what's moving forward in my life emotionally? Right? And that could be with your finances. It could be relationship, however you want to look at it. How are you going to attract things in your life that you want during the holiday season? You looked at that Green Man, all right, and he wants to, offer you, pretty much whatever's in front of you on your path. That Emperor wants to, give you the whole wildwood forest and say, you know what? You just need to have an authoritative manner when you're going through, and you are in control of your path. You are in control of your emotions, your finances, your creativity. And it's up to you to decide, how you want to do things. It's up to you to, to create. It's up to you to think those thoughts out. You have control of that. And then yesterday, like I said, the balance, coming up with that balance of saying, you know what, if I've got the control, right, I could act a fool or I can not act a fool. I could be an entrepreneur, I cannot be an entrepreneur. I've got to find that good balance within me to moving forward. And then at the same time, maybe there is something you have to self-sacrifice as you're moving up those waters. But know that the Queen of Vessels, the salmon, she's got that psychic ability. She's generous. She's going to bring you joy. So whatever that balance was yesterday, all right, the joy that you have today is going out there and serving others, right? That's what the queens do. The queens serve others. The kings rule the kingdom, but the queens, they rule a castle. And they know what's going on, and they're helping out everybody within that castle. So there you have it. That's today's card of the day, the Queen of Vessels and Salmon. Hit that like button for me. Share it with others. And I know I'm forgetting some, but that's all right. I'm not going to worry about it. You guys all have a good holiday season, and we'll talk to you next time we talk to you. Take care, God bless, and stay safe, everybody.